Okay, so I hope you really had fun on Wednesday and Thursday with those two little challenges that I gave you, to figure out what you're awesome at, what you're boss at, what you're just gifted at. And what maybe for some, maybe you've worked really hard at, but you're excelling at it now, or you're doing really, really well. And so I really hope that you really felt encouraged and uplifted with all of that. But I think naturally, I'm pretty sure it would have happened at some point in time when you were writing down your list, is you're like, yeah, well, maybe I play with my kids, but I really wish I was calmer with my kids. Or yeah, sure, maybe, I'm really understanding with my horse, but I wish I just could teach him more directly, be more clear with my cues, or clear with what I wanted to show him, so he didn't get so confused. You would have heard, because that's just in essence what's going to happen when you try to lift yourself up. The negative voice is going to try to knock you down. And that's can be very, very challenging. And let's face it, we all struggle with it. So, what I want you to do to kind of quiet that negative voice just a little bit is I want you to think of one thing as it relates to your parenting, and one thing as it relates to your horses that you would like to improve on. Write them down and take 20 minutes, half an hour. I'm not asking you to spend hours and hours here, but take like 20 minutes, half an hour to look for resources to help yourself start growing in those areas. We are so blessed to have so many resources in front of us or at our fingertips that we need to learn how to actually embrace that. But since you're already here, you're on this journey, and you are openly working on things that you need to work on, that part, that acknowledging, that admitting that I definitely need to work on my temper. I really need to work on that. I know I need to work on that, and I'm going to start finding some resources to help me with that. And so spend some time on YouTube or on Google, and just start really searching for stuff. And I want you to be vulnerable enough with all of us to share what those are. This might be really hard for people to maybe admit it openly, but that's kind of the beautiful thing about Facebook groups, is because most often, it's not full of people who you're worried about judging you, because everybody that's in the group is here for the exact same thing. And maybe not all of our struggles are exactly the same, but someone who's struggling is going to be sympathetic with another person who's struggling, even if they're on completely different aspects of this, of the spectrum of someone has a temper, but someone is maybe too lenient with their kids and lets them get away with everything. Like, we're not one to judge because we know. And so that's a beautiful thing about sharing in this group, is there's no judgment here. And when you share in this group, the beautiful thing is you're going to then hear, because I want other people to take the time to read what other people have written and to offer the advice that you might feel that is helpful. So if you relate with somebody's like, oh, they want to work, they're struggling with their temper. Well, so am I. But I found this video on YouTube and it was fantastic. Here's the link. Check it out. Like, let's build each other up, because everyone's going to have different resources that we've been experiencing and that we have gone through. And it's amazing that something that you might think is trivial, that, oh, well, everybody knows how to do that. Not everybody knows how to do that. You have talents and you have insight that other people need to hear. And so take those few moments to be vulnerable and share what you're struggling with, in the sense that I want to, I want to learn how to control my temper better. I want to learn how to be more assertive. I want to get better at making boundaries. I want to be better at directing my horse on what to do in a calm but direct fashion, so he understands. You start sharing that, people can comment on it. You comment on what you see other people write. And this is going to be the most beautiful, wholesome, completely heart-centered group out there. And that's a really exciting thing when we get to create a group together where we all trust each other, where we're all vulnerable and real and authentic, because we all crave that. We all crave that. But often in our personal friend circle, we still don't feel safe enough to do that. And while that's sad, that's just something else that I'm just not even going to dive into that right now because again, that's going down a whole other rabbit trail. But what we do have here is really special. And I just want to encourage everybody to really embrace it and to help it grow and blossom into something absolutely fantastic for all of us. Anyway, I hope you have a fantastic weekend. And don't forget to be saying your affirmation 3 times a day. Okay? All right.